Hello, my friend. I'm Dr. James Porter, and I truly appreciate you joining me today. If you're new to this channel, welcome. This is where we explore natural, safe, and gentle ways to support your body, especially as we age with the wisdom of nature and the clarity of good science. In our last video, we dove into what to drink to strengthen and protect your eyesight. Simple, soothing beverages you can enjoy every day to nourish your vision. But today, we're going to look at something that's even more deeply tied to your long-term eye health: what you eat. More specifically, 3 tiny seeds that may seem like an afterthought in most kitchens, but can actually play a powerful role in protecting your eyes, particularly once you pass the age of 70. Section 1. Why eyesight changes. After 70 ***, let me ask you, have your eyes been feeling drier, more tired, or even a little less sharp lately? Have you noticed yourself leaning in more to read a menu, or rubbing your eyes after watching television, or using a tablet? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. And no, it's not just your imagination. After our 60s, and especially past age 70, our retinas begin to naturally change. The retina, that ultra-thin, delicate layer at the very back of your eye, is where the magic of vision happens. It's like the film in a camera capturing images and sending those signals to your brain. But it's fragile. And here's what's most important. The retina has no pain receptors. That means damage can happen completely silently. You won't feel it. You'll simply wake up one day and realize reading feels harder. Words look muddier. You're squinting more even in daylight. That silent decline in visual clarity can be heartbreaking. Not because of the physical discomfort, but because of what it can take away. Your ability to read, to drive, to see your grandchildren's smiles in full detail and color. Section 2. The real root causes and why seeds matter. Now, here's the hopeful part. The changes in vision after age 70 aren't just about getting old. They're often connected to 3 heavily overlooked triggers. 1. Inflammation. 2. Oxidative stress. 3. Poor circulation in the capillaries behind your eyes. These 3 often go hand in hand, and when they're left unaddressed, they can quietly weaken your central vision, the very thing you rely on for reading, facial recognition, and depth perception. But here's the good news. These challenges can often be softened and, in some cases, slowed down with consistent daily support from something readily available at your local grocery store. Nutrient-dense seeds. Today, I want to walk you through 3 specific seeds that can offer a natural form of nourishment and protection for your eyes. I'll show you what they do, why they work, how to use them, and who should take note before adding them in. We'll start with the first, possibly the most versatile and beginner-friendly of the group, hemp seeds. Seed 1. Hemp seeds are anti-fatigue seed. You may have heard of hemp seeds in the wellness world. They're small, nutty tasting, and often sold under the name hemp hearts. But make no mistake, they aren't just good for smoothies or trendy health bowls. Hemp seeds are an eye-focused nutritional powerhouse, especially for those of us past 70. Here's why. Hemp seeds contain a rare perfect ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 essential fatty acids. These aren't just any fats. These are the types your retina needs to maintain elasticity, clarity, and structural strength. More importantly, they help reduce inflammation around the eye, particularly in the lens and optic nerve, where chronic inflammation can lead to fatigue, light sensitivity, and blurred vision. They're also rich in something called gamma-linolenic acid, or GLAA plant-based fatty acid, shown to improve dry eye syndrome, which is one of the most common complaints I hear from patients over 70. One of my patients, Claire Chase, 78 years old, told me she was using eye drops several times a day, especially in winter. She started sprinkling just a tablespoon of hemp seeds onto her morning eggs. 3 weeks later, she came back and said, "My eyes feel more comfortable." That word comfortable keeps coming up. The true gift of hemp seeds? They soothe the irritations that come with aging eyes. Grittiness, tiredness, that scratchy feeling that just won't quit. How to use them? Simple. Sprinkle onto eggs. Blend into a smoothie. Mix into oatmeal or mashed avocado. And just like chia, start with 1 tablespoon per day. They're soft, easy to digest, and don't need to be ground like flax seeds. Seed 2. Pumpkin seeds, the macula protector. If hemp seeds bring hydration and comfort, pumpkin seeds bring protective power, especially for your macula. The macula is the center of your retina, precise point where light hits, giving you the ability to read, see faces, and detect detail. Once the macula begins to deteriorate, a condition called macular degeneration, it can be very hard to recover that central vision. That's why prevention is everything, and pumpkin seeds are one of the best natural supports I know. They're incredibly rich in something called zinc, a mineral that acts like vision armor for the retina. Zinc helps transport vitamin A from the liver to the retina, where it creates melanin pigment that protects your eyes from light damage. Pumpkin seeds also contain iron for oxygen delivery, magnesium for circulation, lutein and zeaxanthin, two carotenoids that help neutralize blue light and UV damage. Let me tell you about Mark, a 74-year-old retired school teacher. He was starting to see halos around lights at night and struggling with glare while driving. We didn't overhaul his diet, we just had him add 1/4 cup of plain, roasted pumpkin seeds to his afternoon snack. Within a month, he described his vision as calmer. His words, not mine. I believe it was the zinc, magnesium, and antioxidants cooling the inflammation and stabilizing his macula. How to use them? Eat as a snack instead of chips. Add to salads, soups, stir into brown rice or quinoa. Also consider pumpkin seed oil for salad dressings. As always, if you're on blood pressure or kidney medications, talk to your doctor. First, zinc and magnesium interact with a few common prescriptions. Seed 3. Sesame seeds, the circulation booster. Now let's talk about a seed that's been used in traditional medicine for thousands of years. Sesame seeds. You've probably had them on burger buns or sprinkled on sushi rolls, but the truth is, they offer far deeper benefits, especially when it comes to circulation behind the eyes. Good vision depends on good blood flow, and as we age, the blood vessels behind our retinastomy capillary scan become stiff or narrowed. That reduces the amount of oxygen and nutrients your eyes receive. And over time, this contributes to eye fatigue, poor night vision, fluctuations in focus. Sesame seeds are incredibly rich in vitamin E, copper, and selenium-3 nutrients associated with improved microcirculation and vascular function. But perhaps more importantly, sesame seeds contain sesamin and sesamolin, two unique plant compounds that support healthy blood lipids, reduce oxidative damage, and may even support lens clarity. I had a patient, Barbara, 80 years old and sharp as a tack butt. Her eyes would tear up during church choir practice. She tried sesame seed oil as a finishing drizzle on her sautéed greens each evening. After just 2 weeks, she told me her eyes didn't feel burny and she could read her sheet music more clearly. Tips: add toasted sesame seeds to veggies or rice. Use sesame oil in cooking. Cool applications preferred to preserve nutrients. Mix tahini sesame seed paste into dressings or dips. Note: sesame seeds can trigger mild allergies in some people. Always start with a small amount and check with your doctor if you take cholesterol or blood-thinning medications. Practical integration. How to use these seeds consistently. Now, by now you might be thinking, okay, this sounds helpful, but how do I actually start using these seeds? Here's my simple suggestion. Rather than trying to add all 3 every day, what if you gave each seed 2-3 days per week? That way, they stay fresh, your taste buds don't get bored, and your eyes receive a balanced range of support. Here's an example weekly rotation. Monday, ground hemp seeds and oatmeal. Tuesday, pumpkin seeds as an afternoon snack. Wednesday, drizzle sesame oil over steamed veggies. Thursday, pumpkin seeds in your soup. Friday, hemp seeds in a smoothie. Saturday, tahini with roasted carrots. Sunday, rest or repeat your favorite. Each day, your eyes receive a different form of support. Moisture, blood flow, trace minerals, anti-inflammatories, antioxidants. And let me be clear, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Final thoughts. Why this matters and why you still have power. I want to end with something I feel deep in my heart. Many times, aging comes with this quiet undercurrent of fear. What if I can't see well enough to read to my grandkids? What if I lose the confidence to drive? What if this is the start of my vision fading for good? To those feelings, I say this: you're not powerless. You're not broken. And you don't need expensive pills or risky surgeries to begin healing. Sometimes real change starts with 1 teaspoon, 1 tablespoon, 1 habit that supports your body the way it's been asking for all along. Seeds may look tiny, but their impact when used intentionally can be enormous. So here's your invitation. This week, choose one seed to start with, even if it's just a sprinkle on your eggs. Even if it's just once a week, let this be the week you begin feeding your eyes the right kind of fuel. Because when you start caring from the inside out, your body responds, and your vision might just stay clearer, longer than you ever thought possible. Closing, call to action, subscribe, comment, engage. If you found this video helpful or encouraging, I'd be honored if you'd share it with someone you care about. Hit that subscribe button if you'd like more real, natural solutions for living independently, staying sharp, and aging with grace. Leave a comment below. Have you tried any of these seeds already? Are you planning to? What's been your experience? I read every single comment because your stories matter and your results might just inspire the next person reading. This is Dr. James Porter reminding you, health doesn't come from perfection, it comes from presence. So be present with your body, your vision, and your self-care.